Hello everyone. So I really wanted to start making journals out of these manila envelopes. And so I was looking for something that I could make this a little bit thicker. And I make these paste papers, and I can do a demo on those if you guys want. Just give me a comment and say, yeah, show me how you make paste paper. But I make a whole bunch of paste paper for a lot of different things that I use. And so I cut them up, and I have all these scraps. And so I thought, why not take some of these scraps and glue them on here to make the cover of a journal. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I have some Yes Paste and like a card. So I am just kind of going for it. My journal is going to be like this, and it's going to be a junk journal. So I'm not too concerned about the making it look super nice, but I'm just going to take some of the paste paper and a card, and this stuff is like pretty thick. It's on a little bit thicker paper, and it's also the paste and the paint make it rigid, you know, thicker. So I thought that this would be a good glue to use. That's a lot, but well, let's see here. So yeah, I don't even really know how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna kind of spread the glue on like this, so not too thick. So the credit card is nice because I can get it thinner. Ooh, there's like a, there we go. I do want, though, a little bit thickness to hold down that heaviness. And I'm just gonna find the interesting part. Maybe I'll do one on the edge and I'll fold that one over. Kind of hold it down for a second. And find another one. This paper is awesome to work with, but it loves to curl. And so little bits like it is hard. Big sheets of it is awesome. Or like, you know, 5x7 pieces, all that. So yeah, these are just kind of my scraps. And I figured Yes Paste would be good because it stays sticky for a while. So, and then it's a little bit heavier bodied. So yeah, and it's sticking. It's definitely sticking. These are not necessarily cut straight or anything. They're just kind of off cuts. So let's see. That's a nice one. Might take a little bit for it to dry. Maybe afterwards I'll put like a piece of deli paper or something that's non-stick on top of it. And let's see. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Yep, this is awesome. I would totally do this again. My idea was correct, or at least is working. It's not nice. I've never done this before. So maybe I need to get up underneath this and apply some to here. Yeah, I never have used it in this way, the Yes Paste. And I mean with the paste paper and all that. So it's an experiment. But it looks like my experiment is working. I don't really like plan these videos too much. Like I knew I wanted to use these scraps, so I just grabbed them. And that was about it. So I'll put this one here. Aren't they pretty? They're just so vibrant and lovely. And I just used my leftover paint. And yeah, ooh, that one's cool. So let me put some more Yes paste down. I think I'll just do the whole thing. I like Yes paste, it's flexible. I don't even know what it says it's used for. I just have it lying around. I used it for another project. So I was like, let's use up this glue. Or not use it up, but use it, you know. I'm really trying not to purchase anything this year. I've done a good job so far. I don't think I've purchased anything. I have one thing on my list I want to get, and that's a corner rounder punch, and that's it. So, oh, you know what'd be cool is to weave it. Okay, I'm not going to do it this time, but I would love to weave this. Wouldn't that be a nice woven piece? Okay. Oh, look at that. Sometimes paper just makes me so excited. Paper and color are, you know, really great. So yeah, if you make paste paper, you probably have a lot of these strips lying around. I like to use it in collage. I like to use it actually in one sheet to be a book cover. That's where I took a book making class in college. It was fabulous. I still have the binder that the teacher gave us, is like all of her instructions. That's how I learned a lot of things, how to sew a signature and that kind of thing. I was an art major, so, but it was kind of a guilty pleasure to take the book binding class. It was really difficult too. We made so many books a week, and she was a tough instructor, but I think that's why we all liked her, because, she took her art seriously, and not seriously in that she was a serious person. She was a fun-loving, enjoyable person to chat with, but she really took her art seriously, and that was neat to have that experience. Okay, so I'm sorry it's loud in here. Sorry it's loud in here. I have the heaters going. It's cold today. It snowed today. It snowed 2 days ago. And it's snowing more and more in February here, which makes me concerned. But yeah, we don't do snow very well in Seattle. We do rain just fine. But as far as driving, yeah, we're not very good. So this is going to be my cover, and I think I'll just fold over the edges and maybe glue them down or do something. And it's okay, it's just a junk journal cover, so it's okay that that ripped. Who cares? Okay, so I'm trying to stick it down. Let's see. Here's another one. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's just so pretty. All right. Don't you wish you were the lucky recipient? Yeah, you do. Okay, so let's see if I have a wider one. Okay, so I'm gonna put some on the edge of this. Sorry, I'm not talking, I'm concentrating. So I'll probably make a second video where I stuff the junk journal. But right now I'm just trying to get it, yeah, it's still sticky. Trying to get it stuck down and make this journal. I didn't make the partner program, which I'm really confused about because I have 100 or over 1,000 subscribers, and I have over 4,000 watched hours in the last year, on the last 365 days. I went and looked it up. So I don't know what they're expecting, and I will contact them, but you know, I don't really want to be a complainer, and it's not really, that's not why I'm doing this. I am a teacher by trade and by nature, and so I want you guys, I want to teach you, you know, that's my passion. But it would be nice if I'm doing all this teaching, and you know, teachers don't make much, to get a little extra, maybe to buy a package of diapers, or I don't know, some art supplies for me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And you know, every like is like a little, that little like is just really means so much to me. And every comment, I try to comment back to most of them, but it really just means the world to me. You guys are my like community, you know, my online art community is really valuable to me. You know, I spend most of my day in a classroom with teenagers, and while they like art, most of them, they're not as curious as you and I are, and they're not, it's not the same. So I really enjoy adult art, thoughtful conversation, collaboration. That's the other thing. I'd love to do some collaborations with other artists. So if you ever are interested in that, feel free to, you can message me through YouTube, and I will get that. Okay, so here's the back. So maybe I'll even just tear off some of the pieces and save these for later. I don't know, would you ever like to do a collaboration? Think about that. And if you did, what would it be? I did a collaboration, well, I've done a lot, online and offline, but I did a collaboration with Miss Shannon Green, and we videoed the process. Hi, Shannon. We had fun, but it was kind of hard to like mail back and forth, so I think, you know, that was something to consider when you're doing a collaboration. But I would totally be up for that. I'm gonna go get scissors. I'll be right back. So if you are in that mindset, let me know. So I'm just cutting the corners off. That's something I learned in actually the class I took in college, was how to do corners, and I just did like a quick version right there. But if you cut a triangle, not at the very edge, but close to the edge, it will help your corners and the bulk of your corners. I'm just gonna try and kind of thinly lather it on. My hands are so sticky, but that's okay. But I mean, they are sticky. Good thing I took my ring off. They are sticky. All right, so it's Friday. I don't know when I'll get this video up. It might not be till tomorrow, or who knows. But I can get messy, you know, on a Friday. I can get messy all the time, actually. Yeah, the more this Yes paste, the better, I'm thinking. This big tub has gone a long way too, so if you're thinking about it, I can't remember how expensive it was, but go for it. I highly recommend this Yes paste. I think I got it at Blick, and I've actually never been to a Blick, although I know there's one near downtown Seattle, so I might have to go soon. Also, we're having an art teacher, the National Art Teacher Conference is in Seattle this year, and I know Blick will be at the conference. I've been to it before, and they come and give art teachers ideas. So a lot of times I sit and chat with them, you know, and they try to sell me on their products for my classroom, which I do use sometimes. Sometimes I order from them. So anyway, that's where I got the Yes paste. I'm sure you could get it other places, but I know that that would be a question that maybe some people would have. So I'm just getting this all sorts of messy. I'm trying to think if I want to preserve the pocket. That might be hard with this little guy here. Well, I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm going to see if I can cut it, and if not, then that's fine. So it is a junk journal, like I said, so it's okay if I have these like raw edges. I don't know, I might line it with something. We'll see what I feel like doing once it's dry. I'm gonna actually let this dry for like a day or a couple days, so you won't see it for a few days. Oh, how pretty is that? You won't see it for a few days. Sorry, I'm making a whole bunch of noise, but this, I had to put paper down on my surface so that I didn't get it all gluey. It almost makes it look like it's wet, and it just brings out those colors. I bet it'll dry and it won't be as vibrant, but I don't know if you can see that, but it is so vibrantly colored. Oops. Okay, so it's like a big, like glue stick without the stick, essentially, I guess is how I'd, and I'll go back and you know, push down some of these things. I don't actually think I'm going to put something on it. I said I would have in the beginning, but it is so sticky, there's no way it'll just stick. I could use like release paper or whatever, but I'm just gonna, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. So that's gonna be my cover, and I'm gonna let it dry for a few days because it's really sticky wet, and then I'm gonna come back and make it into a junk journal. So join me then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.